Hey, good morning. Sharon Graves, paintingwithacrylics101.com, here in my studio, and we're going to talk about green today. Green is in almost everything. It's one of the hardest colors to nail, and you put it on there and you go, oh, that's not quite right. So I have made up a little palette here. We have cad yellow, cad orange, ultramarine blue, deep turquoise, there's black, and there's white. Now, most of my students who I've taught for years know I seldom use black, but here's one of the places that I might use black. Okay, before I start, I have it's a Royal Grip SG 700 synthetic flat. I'm just going to tap it in the water a little bit, just a tiny on the end, and I'm going to just pull it through the paper towel. It just needs a little bit of moisture in the brush for the paint to hook in there. So we're going to talk about greens today. This is freezer paper and it is just taped on the back. I like it because in this kind of thing, I'm just trying to learn something. I'm not trying to make anything for sale or the best piece ever. I'm just trying to learn something. So I'm not going to waste my good watercolor paper on that might cost as much as, $1 a sheet or so, when I can play around on freezer paper. And I really like it because it is so smooth. The shiny side is so smooth, it really lets you work on the work and not try to fight the tooth of the canvas. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to use some yellow. I'm going to pull it over here. I'm going to pull a little bit of the ultramarine blue. Anybody knows yellow and blue make green. So now you can decide, okay, do I like that green or would I like it a little yellower? So we add a little more yellow to it. Now we see what happens there. Oh yeah, okay. So now if you want, you can like run one through the other, and there you get all sorts of brush strokes that you can see the mixing there. You don't want to mix anything on your palette like you're making a cake. It's not cake batter. You want these various colors in there. It gives it vibrancy, it gives it life, it loosens it up. So then I'm going to rinse my brush. I don't want to be confused by the greens. Okay, so I could take a pen and actually write on here, okay, this is ultramarine blue and cad yellow, and mix. So now I'm going to take some of the cad yellow. I'm going to put it in the next thing, and and this is one of my favorite greens. I'm picking up some of this turquoise deep. It's kind of, okay, it's turquoise, so it's got some turquoise in there. Now, if I wanted it more green, I can add more yellow. And it's just a beautiful Kelly green. My school colors were Kelly green and white, so, and again, so that's kind of got a little tug on my heart. So you could mix them together as well. Okay, so here is, I'm rinsing my brush. Now here I'm going to take, now this is an interesting thing. I was stunned when I saw it, but hey, doesn't take much to impress me. Got some black. I'm going to take the cad yellow. Now I might need a lot of that yellow because the black, and what I probably will have to do is just work in a little piece. Even as thin as I have it on here, you still can't change that much color no matter how much paint you add. So you want to work in a small little area, and you will get a very interesting green. I just keep adding some yellow till I get what I want. And I'm working in the tiniest little spot here with the tiniest amount of paint. So you don't need much black. But that is a really interesting green. Maybe if I even took and put it on my brush and wiped it through there. Oh, look what happened. See? You just need a little, see, I put too much black. You don't need much black. Now let's see what happens if I add a touch of white to this over here. The thinnest part that I mixed. There, so we've got 3 shades right in there. Now I'm going to rinse my brush. It's an interesting green, a dark olive. Now speaking of olive, we have our cad yellow over here, and we're going to pick up some more of that ultramarine blue. I know I didn't get enough yellow, so we're going to go back for some more. Get a nice green. It's a dark, excuse me. It's dark green, and here I am going to put some orange in it. Orange will almost certainly make any green olive. So here's the green that we did with the blue and the yellow. So under here, now you've got an olive green in there. So you can make, if you don't have green, you can always make your own naturally with blue and yellow, but then you've got turquoise you can mix it with, you got black you can mix it with, you can always add orange for olive. That's where really good understanding of what your colors do. While you've got your brush out here, you might want to just work on some leaves. I might pick up another color. There. Might have to rinse that brush a little bit. And when you're working on your palette, if you wanted to take some white and add it to any of these to see what you actually get by mixing. Here's the turquoise and the yellow. I'm going to add a little more yellow in there. Okay, so here I've got my brush, and I'm just going to practice maybe doing a little ribbon. This helps you have the brush become part of your hand, which it has to do. It can't feel like a foreign object in there. It has to get comfortable. You have to get comfortable with the brush. And whether you're using an overhand hold or an underhand hold, you do not want to be up here on the ferrule. You want to be back to where you've got, I know it feels counterintuitive that you don't have control that way, but you actually have more control. Pressure. This is just how you practice, folks, just to figure stuff out. You haven't spent a ton of money on this. It's just freezer paper. You've just got a few little blobs of paint out here. You can have yourself a lot of fun and learn a lot about color mixing and how the brush actually works. So have a great day. See you soon. And if you like this, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel, because I have a lot of things that are on there and a lot of things that are coming. Sharon Graves, Painting with Acrylics 101.com.